So for our 2023 personal development goals, we're going to talk about what we want to continue with our personal development. If there's anything new we want to do, or if there's anything we want to improve or change. And for improve or change, we probably can group it under something we want to continue, if that makes more sense. But we can go ahead and say what we want to do. So who wants to say theirs first? Talk about theirs first.
Well, I'm continuing to try to get an academic scholarship by researching and applying to them as they come. And then I'm continuing trying to go to sleep at a decent time, which was 10:30 last year. I want it to be 10:30 this year. And I want to improve that goal a little bit by also trying to get 8 hours of sleep at least 4 times a week.
What's going on with the other 3 days of the week that you would not be getting the 8 hours? Or
I'm just being realistic.
Oh, you're being realistic about, okay. That's fair.
Then I want to improve on my financial goals, and I want to save up $3,500 this year. And I want to look for ways to invest at $3,000.
You want to look for ways to invest at $3,000? What that mean?
Like when I get to $3,000, I want to start looking for ways to invest.
Okay. I actually was thinking that's something we can do new as a team in our relationship. I didn't mention it earlier, but I wrote it down. Was looking for something we can invest in, like a small investment. And since Olu mentioned it in his personal development goal, perhaps he can share the information that he finds out about little different investments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess that's improving since my last year's goal was to save up $3,000.
Did you do it?
No.
How much did you save? Did you save 50% of that, or like?
It's kind of weird right now because I've just been spending without really looking at it because of Christmas season. But before that, I was at like 2,700 or 800.
But how are you determining that it's a lot less money if you're not? I mean, are you aware of the amounts you're spending on these things? You just keeping a tally in your head?
Yeah, well, no, actually, but it's less than like 500.
Oh, okay.
I spent way more than 500
On
on
yourself?
myself.
Hey, I guess that year you were just feeling good, right? Spazzing out. Yeah, but I do think it's a good idea to say this is the amount, set a number, and then once you set that number, you can gauge to see if you went over and how much you went over.
That'll be part of my budgeting this year.
Okay.
New goals. I call these career goals, I guess. I emailed a bunch of like policy organizations, think tanks, interest groups, asking if they had any opportunities. I said join clubs in college.
Anything in particular that you know you may be interested in when you say clubs? As a
I'll
freshman?
probably join. I don't know, law schools have the NAACP. I want to join that. I want to join a writing and poetry kind of club.
Okay. Any self goal you working on for self growth?
Sleep was my self care.
Huh?
Sleep was self care.
Self care is what you're going to be focusing in on?
No, I'm just asleep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Any other ways?
No.
Just getting more sleep? Ooh, that sounds good. You want to go next, Princess?
Okay. For like physical health related goals, I have taking my iron pills and my vitamins, daily, drinking more water, cooking every
So
week.
for the drinking more water, how do you measure more water intake? Like, is there like specific amount that you want to target?
Yeah, well, I have these like water bottles that have like the time on it.
So you're going to be
So like
using that?
drinking those, at least like filling that up, because you fill it up twice and then it'll get you
How
to
many?
like 9 p.m.
How much water is in that bottle?
I think it's 32 ounces.
So 2 of those a day.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to drink 64 ounces a day
Mm-hmm.
of water.
Mm-hmm. Try Pilates and yoga,
Mm.
and overall just working out 3 times a week. But like the Pilates and the yoga can be counted as one of those times. Did I already say cooking?
Mm-mm.
Cook every week, which I was actually doing a good job for finals.
Cook every week. How frequently within the week?
Once a week.
Okay.
And then my other meal is like a not eating out meal, but like an easy meal. So either like a frozen dinner, or I might look into getting like HelloFresh or something, one of those like food subscriptions.
Okay. So having a meal that you don't go out to get, you would do the
Yeah.
home cooked meal or the meal that you would just pop in the oven or something.
Yeah.
That would be twice a week. Once is your one you're cooking, and the other one is the one that you would order from the food service or a frozen dinner or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Keeping my space clean and organized. I want to have my apartment completely together by January 31st. Like all my furniture and everything.
By January 31st? Okay.
I'm almost done. I just need a few more things. Stay consistent with like my laundry and just like keeping everything clean.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to add. I want to like clean like my bathroom, sink, tub, that kind of thing, like once a month.
Okay.
Find a good sleep routine. I didn't do well this semester, because I had 8 a.m.s and it was just not good. The next semester I don't have any 8 a.m.s, so I should be able to get a better routine.
Which means what? What's that routine? What's that sleep routine like?
Well, I just have to see once I start actually like going through my days. At one point it was like going to bed at 11 and waking up at 8. So I'll probably try to get back to that. But that just didn't work this year because I had to get up way before 8.
So in terms of hours of sleep, what are you targeting each night?
Oh, I mean, it was go to bed at 11, wake up at 7. So that's 8. So at least 8 hours.
At least 8 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to put that down there? I mean, unless you know what that means to yourself. Just want to make sure we have a good measure, specific measure.
Yeah, I just have to like start actually going to see if that's realistic.
Okay.
Like based on like how much work I have.
But that's what you're targeting, right? So it's okay to put down this.
I mean, 7.5 would be okay. Even 7 would be okay.
See?
Okay, 7 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are like school ones. Not being late more than 5 times per class, which sounds like a lot. I was late pretty much every day this
Not
semester.
being late more than 5 times
per class.
per semester, for the semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get all A's and B's and get into the SPOTS program.
What's the program again?
It's like they will, I think, cover at least some of your tuition and you get a stipend every month. I think you have to do like a little bit of like extra like research or something, but it caters towards like early intervention. So it's like you got to apply, go through an interview. I think you have to write an essay. And then when you graduate, you have to do at least your first 2 years. It's either 2 years or 4 years. I think it's two in a pediatric setting.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 2 years if you work full time and 4 years if you work part time.
Okay.
That's basically all. That's how you like repay them for, you know. Yeah. And then for like overall like wellness and like passions, gifts, talents.
Okay.
Oh, that was like organization stuff.
Oh.
I'm still want to get into podcasts. I had that on my list last year, and I kind of tried it out, but it didn't really.
You want to start listening to find a podcast that you like?
Yeah, like find a few different ones for like different areas of life.
Okay.
I added the meditation apps on there. Oh, I think I forgot to say my therapy. Like keep doing therapy and complete the assignments that she gives me.
Okay.
And also they tend to go a little bit better when I like take some time beforehand to like figure out what I want to talk about and just like better prepare for them.
And how often do you do your therapy sessions?
Every other week, but now she has just added like a little call in between those weeks. Like not like a full session, but just like a check-in call.
Has that been helpful?
I don't know, we just started this week.
Okay.
For last week. Still, I mean, I have like passions that I'm interested in, but I think I just need to choose one that I would like to focus on.
Okay.
First. And then doing one like fun activity per week and one self-care thing per week.
What would be a fun activity that you would focus in on per week? For example?
Like going out for drinks with like friends or just going to a new place by myself or something. Just anything that's not like school or work related. And yeah. Oh, financial. Come up with a budgeting plan by March 1st, like a monthly budgeting plan. Be more intentional with my purchases. I think that will like come with having a budget, tithe consistently, and then scholarships. Like looking to getting a scholarship. Or like just doing scholarships.
Okay. Good. So what was your self goal, your self improvement goal that you were doing this year? You said
we said we did. We were still working on the self.
Oh, not the one word that we're focusing on.
Ooh. Okay.
So
She said self-care.
journal. So it's it's self-care.
Yeah.
So you're gonna focus in on self-care.
Well, no, that's not really my focus one. I didn't have my focus one yet.
Okay.
But something to do with like. Oh yeah, I don't have it yet.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So my personal development goals that I want to continue, one of the life skills that I started last year and I feel like I've been doing a good job and proud of myself on is being able to continue to practice communicating my feelings, because sometimes I would let things boil up inside and not say anything if something bothered me, but being able to know that I have emotionally matured and been able to just express in a mature way if something's bothering me. And so that is a life skill that I want to continue into 2023 as well. Continue practicing communicating. Let's see. I want to continue practicing self-love And part of the way I'm going to be doing that is continuing my daily positive affirmations. I have a lot of my affirmations written out right there by my work desk where I can see them every day. And my life coach told me it's good to say stuff out loud versus saying it inside. It's good to hear yourself saying different things. So I've been practicing saying positive self affirmations verbally, and I also have a couple of self affirmation apps where I try to practice reading those out loud as well when I'm scrolling through those. So that has been very helpful. The other thing I'm doing is being kind to myself, not being hard on myself. If I make a mistake or if I feel like I could have done something better, whether it's related to work, related to my parenting, related to my personal development, my life coach has helped me to learn how to practice giving myself grace when I make mistakes, just like I give everybody else grace and compassion. I've been learning to do the same thing for myself. And that's been very helpful for me because um, sometimes I think sometimes I think I've got into a mindset of reaching perfection and everything have to always go a certain way every time, but learning that that's not realistic and that I'm a human being and that sometimes I'm going to miss the mark. So that's been very helpful that I want to continue. The other thing that was a huge thing that I started doing last year was learning how to emotionally show up for myself and tend to my inner child. As an adult, and as y'all continue to grow, is all of us, we have an inner child in there. And sometimes we don't know how to take care of ourselves. And so one of the things I've been learning how to do, and I'm continuing to practice, is to learn how to just show up for myself emotionally in love, in a loving way, the way I do a lot of people, like the way I do y'all, family, friends. Because for a long time I wasn't doing that, and it was impacting me in ways. So that's another thing my life coach help to bring awareness, help me to have awareness about. So that's been cool. So I'm going to continue making sure I do that. And part of the way I do that is a lot of time I pause and I take care of my feelings and I allow myself to feel whatever I'm feeling in that moment, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and telling myself it's okay, that I'm here for you, talking to myself, and that it's going to be okay. Sometimes when we don't know how to tend to what we're feeling, we will just deflect or distract and start doing stuff. We'll go get something to eat, go to comfort food, get on the phone and talk to someone, just do anything but to allow yourself to be in the moment with yourself. So learning how to do that, and that's one of the things that I also wanted to start talking about with y'all, because as an adult, I'm just learning how to do these things. And I believe that me learning, and having this knowledge, it would be so beneficial to y'all so that y'all can have the tools and know how to deal with hard emotions and different things that may come up for you and not avoid them. And then also use your resources, like if you have a therapist or if you have a good friend that you can go to for good counsel and good guidance, your parent or whatever, but just knowing and learning how to take care of yourself in that way as well. So that's been helpful for me. Also taking my naps. My naps have been great. I've been doing them routinely. I would say on average, I've been getting my naps in at least 5 days a week. And they make a difference for me because that's just personally what my body needs. I've been doing really good with my vitamins the last few months. I've been feeling the difference. I told y'all I felt a cold coming on, but it didn't completely take me out. it's because my vitamins are working. But please tell me that trending thing you were saying that on Twitter or TikTok, the ginger ale. What was you saying? You said my vitamins.
My vitamins are fighting your demons.
Yeah, my vitamins have been fighting my demons. So that's been cool. And then I've also started last year with the meditation app. And part of the meditation app, it incorporates the breathing exercises. So I incorporate daily breathing exercises in my day to day, and not just when I'm feeling myself becoming overwhelmed or anxious or anything. I've just been trying to make it a daily practice to keep myself balanced and to keep my emotions, keep myself grounded. So all of those things I've been continuing to do. So one of the self growth goals that I want to do and start this year is starting to practice self assurance. Because there are times when I still doubt myself, my capabilities, my abilities, if I did that good enough, if that was right, with just different areas. Sometimes those thoughts still pop up of self doubt, but I want to start practicing self assurance and reassuring myself that what I did is enough, what I'm doing is enough, and that's that. And just accept it for what it is. So, in addition to the self love and the self care, I'm adding in self assurance for this year.
What was Olu's?
Self care. He's going to start being intentional and making an effort to get the appropriate amount of sleep. As far as my passions, my gifts, and my talents, um, I want to continue to build my parent and child relationship coaching platform. And one of the ways that I'm doing that for this year is we started our Parent Child Bonds IG community. Woohoo! Like I'm excited because um, it's been on my heart to do it. And there's a time and a season for everything, and I do believe that this is the time. So I'm excited and I'm glad that we're doing it, and I'm looking forward to see where God takes it. So for this whole year, we're going to be focusing on building up that community. The other thing is towards the end of 2023, like the last quarter of 2023, I'm going to start looking into what it takes to set up a podcast. Because what I'd like to launch in 2024 is a parent and child relationship podcast. I don't have all the details of how that would look yet, but it's something I would like. Hobbies. I'm working on. I took a couple of beginner crochet classes. I'm well on my way. I'm excited. The crocheting has been so soothing and therapeutic for me. So right now I'm working on crocheting an infinity scarf, and I would like to have that scarf completed by the end of January. And then I want to pick up 2 more crochet projects that I will start the first one in February and then hopefully the second one in April. So I can give myself time to complete whatever it is the next crochet project I'm going to work on.
Can you make me some coasters?
Coasters, yeah, I'll put that down here.
A lot of you are on coasters.
Huh?
So I know a lot of you are on coasters.
Oh, okay. So I can definitely work with my instructor, and she can give me coaster patterns, and I can get that started. So that's a hobby that I started in 2022. I'm excited. It's been going good. I like it. So that's good. Okay, physical and mental health. So I would like to start working out 30 minutes one day a week, starting in February. I got to get my mind right for it. And then for the whole month of February, I'll do that workout once a week for 30 minutes. It'll be either like a workout tape or going for a walk. And then I'm going to increase that to 2 days a week starting in March. 30-minute workouts for 2 days a week. And then I'm going to increase it to 3-day workouts, 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes per day for 3 days a week starting in April. So I'm going to build my way up to working out back to 3 days a week. And that's the most I want to commit to realistically for by the end of the first quarter of 2023. I also want to start drinking 4 16-ounce bottles of water so that I can have 64 ounces of water intake per day. I'm going to also start that in February. February 1st, I will start working on drinking my 64 ounces of water a day. And then as far as like my mental health, I mentioned this one in my personal development, self-care, but it applies here too. I want to continue my daily breathing exercises. They're great. They're so helpful. Again, I feel like they keep me grounded because last year, before I started doing this, I can feel when my pressure is elevated because I get too overwhelmed. I'm feeling anxious and my emotions are unbalanced whenever certain experiences or certain things happen. And, we have emotions, we react emotionally. So, breathing exercises have been helping me tremendously. I want to continue that and then continue my therapy twice a month or every other week. It's been good. It's nothing specific that we're working on right now, but it's been nice to talk because if something does come up unexpectedly or anything comes up, I'm able to talk it out. So, lastly, my financial goals. I'm going to continue my 10% tithe in a month. I've done it faithfully and consistently last year. I'm going to continue doing that for 2023. And then I want to continue saving 15% of my salary. Those are my personal development goals. I think we all have some great goals and things to look forward to. So, parents and children, I hope y'all enjoyed watching how we go through our goals, and we just finished doing personal development. And so, hopefully, you all have set your goals as well and got a good idea of how to set goals. And one thing that you probably heard me emphasize is that it should not be general. Your goals should be very specific, very measurable, attainable, and we follow what is known as the SMART goal approach. So you can look up what SMART goals is, and it's pretty much what I just described. You got to make sure that the goals are pretty much meaningful, specific, attainable, something that you're targeting in that it's in a way that it's not written in a general way where you're really not going to achieve anything. So we hope you enjoyed this YouTube video, and we will talk to you next time.